Well, Alf, I was right yesterday when I said I wasn't feeling so good. I feel horrible. But you know what? It could be worse. It could be poison ivy.
Last week, picked up poison ivy. So if you look, my eye over here is a little bit shut on this side.
So I've taken my Mucinex and my Tylenol, and we continue to roll on as PSA has made an announcement that they've got a price increase coming up, but it's very specific to one category that probably will affect 1% of you, maybe 5%.
Join my crew. You take the card and put it in the sleeve. You take the card and put it in the sleeve.
Before I dive in, huge thanks to today's video sponsor, Pristine Auction. All the goodness, sports cards, non-sports cards, sports memorabilia. I bought my 10-year-old a signed Bo Jackson helmet, full-size Bo Jackson helmet over there. It's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty in its case in his room. Very cool. $25 off your first buy over there at Pristine. SCD code. Use the SCD code. Get $25 off your first Pristine order. Speaking of first orders, guys, we're talking about PSA today. Pricing is going to be rising. Take $25 off your first submission. SCD 25 code at the shipping and billing screen. $25 off. One card minimum to try out PSA. Take advantage. Before we get to the main event, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. just signed a $500 million deal with the Toronto Blue Jays. And you know what Vlad Guerrero Sr. is saying right now? You need to pay up, boy. You need to pay your dad back. Buy me a car or something. Now, actually, I didn't realize this. I looked it up because I was like, I bet Vlad Sr. made like a small amount compared to this thing. But actually, Vlad Sr. made $125 million in career earnings. So Vlad Sr. is doing just fine. But man, the Guerreros are doing okay over there. The Vlad Guerreros are doing just fine. Someone who's not doing fine this morning is Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg, man, right there at the end of the game, 90 seconds left in the game. The Duke Blue Devils are up by 6, and they fall miserably there in that last 90 seconds. There was a couple of tough calls against Duke, but they also just didn't do themselves any favors. They had the ball to shoot to win at the end of the game and just missed it. And Cooper Flagg cards are going to be all the rage here coming up this NBA season. There will be licensed Topps Chrome Cooper Flagg cards coming up. So I thought, hey, look, the guy played an amazing game. I'm excited to see him play in the NBA. There's so much good young talent in the NBA, and I think Cooper Flagg is going to fit right in. All right, so PSA, they have announced that there is essentially a little bit of a backlog. And we've kind of known this for a little while, though, going back. I mean, I had an order that went in. It just got shipped back to me. I sent it out the last week of December. It arrived there January 2nd. And the estimated turnaround time for that order was April 2nd. And they just shipped it back to me like a couple days ago. So they are running a little bit behind compared to where it was going back to last year. I remember it was either September or October. I sent another order in, and it came back like within like 40 days, like door to door. And I was like, man, that was really fast. Now they are grading almost 1.5 million cards, and we know the culprit here. And we know the culprit here, which segment has been absolutely booming over the last, I don't want to say over the last few months, because really TCG has been taking control of grading. PSA graded, I think, like 775,000 TCG cards in March, and they graded like 600,000 sports cards. It's still a lot, don't get me wrong. It's still a lot of sports cards, but the TCG numbers just continue to rise. And so what they've done here is they've adjusted their turnaround time for TCG. Value bulk, 65 business days. Value plus bulk, dual service, 75 business days. And then this is an important one too. The Collectors Club pricing at $16.99 currently. Starting tomorrow, Tuesday the 8th, it will be $18.99 per card for TCG or the Collectors Club bulk service. So it's an extra $2 per card. There's been a lot of talk on the channel and other channels, frankly, card shows being taken over like a virus. TCG Pokemon cards. The Pokemon cards are everywhere. What I think the hope is here, though, is that there ends up being some crossover. There's a ton of energy in Pokemon cards right now, and we're trying to cross over some of that to sports, I think, and vice versa. But really, Pokemon doesn't need any more demand right now. It's absolutely bonkers. Big reason why these TCG numbers are up the way that they are is there are some really nice spreads that I've seen for modern, ultra modern Pokemon cards, to where if you get a PSA 10, it is a huge delta between that raw card and the PSA 10. So it's just a battle out here to try to get PSA 10s. And I think the thinking here is that a lot of the new TCG, a lot of the new Pokemon cards that come out, it's a much easier grade than, say, like Prism Football that's gemming at what, 24, 25% or 27% or whatever it is. 1 out of 4 cards get a PSA 10 approximately for Prism Football. Whereas I think that a lot of the TCG stuff it's just a little easier maybe to get a 10, and the demand is so high. That's where I think a lot of dealers are pivoting. That might be sports card folks, but also just TCG dealers are like, hey, we need to get more cards into grading. There's a lot of rip and ship going on to where we're ripping it, we're shipping it, and then we're grading it out. Grading is becoming more and more of a thing. Now, the good news is I know firsthand that PSA is working to rectify this. They've got a lot of energy going into fixing kind of this 3 to 4 month kind of turnaround time. This isn't even close to what we saw during the pandemic when PSA was essentially shut down for over a year, where very little was happening for a year in grading. Yes, this is, it's too bad. It's 3 months, 4 months. And it sucks, I guess, if you're trying to time up things. Like if you're trying to time up cards to get to the National, if you're a sports card person, maybe you're thinking like, you know what? I might have to pay up. I might have to go up a level, pay $39 and get it back in 20 business days so that I can have cards for the National. Whereas maybe you would have just sent that in as bulk. I don't know. If you're sending cards in now, you're cutting it really close to have those cards back for National. And it might not make it back, depending on how this plays out. But like I said, PSA working hard on the front end with technology, hiring, as I mentioned here in their release, to get this fixed and sped up. I know that Nat Turner is not happy with this turnaround. I know that they're not only working to increase capacity, but then also to turn everything around faster as far as getting everything logged in and getting cards through the process. And so that's what we've got today, friends. I hope that you have an amazing day. I'm going to try to get a little bit of rest. Stay healthy, stay awesome. I will talk to you again later.